Hello, I'm Benita, and I'm from Sonoma County, California. I wanted to let you know a little bit about my experience. So, I felt like I wanted to have this experience for a really long time, but I didn't make the decision until probably 2 months before I arrived. And as soon as I made that decision, I feel like a lot of things in my life started to line up. So in my heart, in my energetic body, in my physical practice, my friendships, my relationships. And so as I signed up for this retreat and Jill started to let me know how to prepare for my time here, I took the dieta very seriously. So I eliminated all the things that sometimes are difficult to let go of, like for me, coffee, and eating meat and eating sugar and sex. But as I let go of these things, I found a lot more clarity, like weeks before I even arrived here. And I felt really held. And I had heard that this medicine will start to speak to you even before you arrive if you're open to it. And I truly, honestly felt that way. So for me, also the journey, literally the journey here, taking their airplanes, was very easy and sweet. There was actually space on the airplane so I could lie down, and so I felt rested when I arrived. The facilitators actually met everyone at the airport, so I didn't feel lost or that I needed to navigate. I felt completely held as soon as I arrived here. And I think as all of us, the whole group, comes to this, you can sense that some people are nervous and some people feel more grounded and centered, and I felt that we all were creating a good harmony of all of these things actually as soon as we met. So I don't remember the first day so much, but it was very exciting just to arrive here. If you're like me, just being in a natural environment with lots of trees and greenery is really, really soothing. And of course, as you arrive, we all make the same jokes about the dieta and the loss of all of those good things. So in my group, there was 2 ceremonies back to back right at the beginning, and there was a lot of expectation, I think, but there was also moments of like really honestly taking the time to set an intention for that first experience. So this is my first experience with ayahuasca, and actually even being in Peru. And I felt completely nurtured. I felt like we were really held. Everything in the ceremonial space is put together very nicely, so you literally feel like almost like someone's just putting you to bed. You have your blankets, your pillow, you have a little mat, cozy little mat to sit down on. It's quiet, so you have time to just ground and feel everything you're feeling. And I have done some psychedelics before, but not since I've been in my 20s, and I'm 42 years old and I'm a mother, so I've done a lot of grounding things before I've arrived here at this point in my life. But it was unlike anything else I've experienced, and for me, I was really afraid of like throwing up, of purging in some way, but that was not actually important at all. The medicine is actually about, for me, how I was feeling in my body, the kinds of things I was feeling in my heart and my head, and all the singing again made me feel like I was being sung to, and then I felt like my body was singing back, not just with the songs, but with all of the breath of life around me, including the jungle and the structure we're in and the people that are there. So naturally, after the first ceremony, it's a little intense feeling, and I felt very tired because I didn't sleep very much. But again, the next day I felt nurtured and held. You get to have these beautiful integration meetings where everyone talks about their experience, and you start to see that everyone here has been woven together by some thread. There are similarities in that tapestry. And so even if you're feeling wonderful or worried or unsure, you can still connect. You can keep connecting with everyone here. So that felt really good. I felt, again, like just after a little bit of food and a little bit of rest, I was totally ready for ceremony 2. And again, there is this collective energy. So the second ceremony for my group was very gentle, which doesn't mean it wasn't intense. I think that we just learned how to hold space for ourselves individually and collectively more powerfully, right? So that was a nice way to come into that second ceremony. We also, if you get to be here with Imla, she does this wonderful yoga in the morning, which I find was nice to kind of come back into the body and into the breath, and to hear her song and her way of speaking is very sweet and gentle. So I hope that all of you get that chance too. I know that sometimes when we're in any big group, some people like to kind of go off on their own and not be part of the group gathering together, but I would highly recommend that you do, because there's no requirement that you speak or even that you move if you're in the yoga class, but just sitting with the group also is very, very healing. So I'm saying that because I just want you to know there's no pressure here, absolutely no pressure to be a certain way. Before I forget, the other facilitators are also very amazing. Everyone's voice feels friendly. Everyone likes to hug. Again, there's no pressure if you don't want to hug, but if you need someone to literally hold your hand, there's always someone here to support you. So I had 4 very, very beautiful ceremonies. The third and the fourth were also very beautiful. For me, by the 4th ceremony, I also felt really connected to the shaman and his wife, and they some of the sounds that they make, I felt my body literally wanting to sing with them. So again, if you're making noise, if you want to sing, if you have to sneeze, if you need to cry or laugh, all of that is totally okay to do. It's really beautiful when you're in this space. There's also a lot of other things that I think enhance the ceremony or add to the ceremony. So there's options. In my retreat, luckily we had someone doing energy work in-house, who I hope you also get to meet. And Leo also did numerology. So you have these sort of supports in clarifying the direction you may want to take with your life, or maybe just to see patterns in your life before you've even arrived here. And then of course there's lots of singing and sweetness. There's meditation with Amin, is a wonderful player of sound. So we had a sound healing meditation which was lovely, and it was if you're from California, it's not just the crystal bowls and the gong. He also added drums, which feel like the heartbeat, right? And singing. And so, again, you feel very soothed and held. So no matter if you have a beautiful journey with your ayahuasca, or if you're feeling strange or confused, there's so many options here to ground and feel loved. Yeah, there's also the things I enjoyed too. There's a lot of artwork, so there's some painting that we did. I did a lot of writing on my own. There's plenty of time just to walk around the jungle, and the longer you stay here, your eyes get accustomed to all of the leaves and the way they tangle together, and the different shades of green, all of the different sounds of the different birds. And all the other creatures that you'll probably take a shower with, like the lizards and the frogs. This place, so I should tell you too, is very rustic, and for me that was really therapeutic, because actually the less you have here, the more you gain. So it's pretty humid and warm, and I liked taking a cold shower. You'll start to have jungle hair, so you don't even have to brush your hair after a while. You can just like let it be with its curls. For anyone who's listening to this testimony because they're not sure or they want more of a calling, I can tell you that it's life-changing in the way that you get to know yourself. So even if you tend to be a grounded person, like I feel very grounded, there was a lot of reassurance about who I am and what I need to do here in this lifetime, even if it's just simple like looking after my children or letting go of anger. Yeah, so thank you for listening.